Okay, we are set to start off. Admin, to give me host rights, I make you co-host. Thank you for that. I would like to call upon Nantale Gabriela to lead us in the opening prayer. Nantale. Okay, thank you, admin. All right. Nantale.
Yes, teacher.
May you please lead us in the opening prayer?
Yes, teacher. Let's humble ourselves and pray. Oh, dear God, I pray for the things which you have given us. I pray for when we are learning, you sent your angels to guide us. I pray for when we are learning, I pray we understand what we are learning. In Jesus' name I prayed, amen.
Amen. Thank you so much, Nantale. Now, Gabriel, no, this is Elizabeth. Number 6, may I hear from you?
Yes, teacher.
Is mommy at home?
No, teacher.
How about daddy?
Also, him is not at home.
Okay. All right. Now, sorry to see that mommy and daddy are not at home. Yesterday, I wanted to speak to mommy, but I didn't get connected to her. So we haven't concluded about you joining our class. So for that matter, therefore, we are not going to continue with you. You are not going to learn with us today until I hear from mommy or she pays the money. Now I'm removing you from class. You tell mommy, talk to teacher Joel because I missed the lesson today. I joined the class.
Okay, teacher.
Moved. Okay?
Yes, teacher.
Bye.
Bye, teacher.
All right. Okay. Now we move on. Let's move on. Is there any other child, any other person? Let me check. I hope all of you cleared. Please, you need to get connected to us, otherwise we shall end up removing one by one from class, or I put you in the waiting room. Okay, Ayla is here. Let me allow her to get in class. Okay. Now, the rest, if you did not rename yourself, please rename for identification. I get to know who is in class, whether you are the right person. Meanwhile, let us now continue. Let us start off with our lesson. We are a little bit late because of a few issues, but these are technical issues that happened. Now we can start off our lesson. Today is Tuesday, 30th of November 2021. So this marks the last day in this month, and we are to start off a new month. So we begin with revision questions in the previous lesson we had. And number 1 says, mention the requirements needed to make an experiment to show that air occupies space. Someone to tell us this. I have 4 hands up already. Let me begin with the Sibley. Explain to us. What are the requirements needed if we are to carry out an experiment to show that air occupies space?
Teacher, I did not raise my hand for that.
What did you raise for?
I was about to tell you when it's December.
When what?
When is December?
We shall talk about that later. Let me first get to the revision question. You know, time is going. Janela, do you remember what we learned? The requirements needed.
Yes, teacher.
Do you remember?
Yes.
What are they?
Yes. Yes, teacher. Requirements: we need a glass or a bottle.
What else?
A saucepan or basin.
Good. And another one?
Water.
Water. Very good. Thank you so much, Janela. Those three requirements are needed. Now, somebody else explain to us briefly. I prefer a board. Tell us, how do we carry out this experiment? Someone to explain to us in just 1 or 2 minutes. Who is that person? Where are you? Hey, the same hands. Kali, let me hear from Alice Christine. Alice?
Yes.
Briefly, take us to number 2, which I'm bringing. Number 2 is here. Briefly describe an experiment to show that air occupies space. Janela has told us the requirements needed.
Fill the saucepan with water. Put the glass into the saucepan, facing upside down. Push it down to touch the bottom of the saucepan.
Good. Then what next? After pushing the glass to touch the bottom?
Put it down to face upside down.
Okay. Which observation do we make there? What comes out?
What does not get into the glass or bottle because it contains air.
Very good. Then after, we see air bubbles coming out one by one as water starts to enter. Thank you so much, Alice Christine. This is part of what we looked at last time. When you put a glass or a bottle does it well. When you put it in a basin or in a saucepan, which contains water, you will see that water does not enter immediately into the glass or the bottle, simply because there is air that is occupying the space. Then when you bend it, or when you tilt it, remember you put it when the upside is down. So the moment you tilt it to one side, air bubbles begins to come out as water enters, meaning the air occupies space. So that is what we looked at last time. And this day, we need to look at the last experiment. And this is an experiment to show that air exerts pressure. And among the requirements, there is a glass. What else now? Somebody to tell us. And we are going to write this. Somebody to tell us as we keep writing. Let me check. Among those ones, no one is putting up the hand. Okay. We have a glass, as I've said. Then we have what we call a cardboard. Cardboard, we can cut from a box. We get a card. A small card, just cut part of that box, okay? Or can be a paper, but not very soft. Then after getting a cardboard, next is water. We need water. So let us first write the heading, experiment, to show that air exerts pressure. We write the requirements needed for this experiment. Then I will explain more. When it comes to steps taken, the steps we take. Meanwhile, I need to check if there is a message that I have to respond to. Message from who? Okay, Stacia, thank you. I have got your message. Marilina said it is raining in Mbarara. Oh, Kemugisha, sorry, the weather there is cold. These other messages, I have received them. Thank you very much, everyone who sent me. However, the one I had to respond to, I have done so. Now we can move on. Here we have the requirements needed if we are to carry out an experiment to show that air exerts pressure. Who can explain to us the steps followed? After coming up with a glass, we have our cardboard, and then we have water. What next? Somebody to tell us, or it is a new experiment that we don't know. Hey, nobody is putting up the hand. Okay, yeah, we are here to learn, so no worries. Wonder, I'm too fast. Kali, let me go slow. Janela said, I am done, for her she has finished writing. Okay. Nantali, thank you for your message. I've seen it. Okay. Now, here we are. Let us get to the steps taken when carrying out this experiment. I want to go slow, such that we can understand it very well. I hope you have finished writing. Now we just need to see what is the first step. We have our glass. We have the cardboard, which is cut from a box. Can be a book cover. We have water. Now what next? So step one, fill the glass with water. First way to write, listen very well. Remember, we have a glass which must be empty. We have water. So we fill the glass with water. Number two, cover the glass with a cardboard. You bring your cardboard. Can be a piece of paper, but not too soft. Now, you cover on the cardboard with you cover the glass with a cardboard. Remember that glass is full of water. Now you put on the cardboard. Then, this is how it must be looking. Here, you can see our glass, and then the cardboard is this thing you are seeing. This one is a cardboard, which is put on a glass filled with water. Have you seen that very well? So, after doing this, step number 3 is, Roshani's hand is up. Let me first hear from him. Before I move on, I shouldn't leave any person behind. Roshan?
Teacher,
Yes, please.
the water must be hot or cold?
Oh, thank you so much for such a good question. We use cold water. We don't need hot water because it can burn you. We don't want to get accidents like burns and what. So we use cold water in our experiments. Water that is in the jerry can or the one picked from a tap. You draw water from a tap and we use that one. Thank you. What about Alice? Christine, which question do you have?
Teacher,
Yes, please.
withdraw.
Okay, yeah, let us write and withdraw. Then I take you to step number 2. I mean number 3. Thank you. Karen, I give you time, my dear learners. You first write the steps. First, write steps to follow. Number 1, fill the glass with water. Number 2, cover the glass with a cardboard. Then you draw this. Draw a glass with water in it. Then you draw a cardboard, put on top of the glass. Remember to label. Here, cardboard. Here, glass filled with water. Then after that, we shall move on. Meanwhile, I need to read some of your messages. Possibly there are questions in there that I have to respond to as you keep writing. This is a message from okay. Thank you, my dear learners. Ayla, thank you. I've got your messages. Nice. Thank you, Emanuela. Good. Keep it up. Okay, let us finish writing because I want to take you to the third step. What do? We have got water and filled our glass with water. A cardboard is put on top of the glass. It is covering, just like you are given juice. And as you know, flies want also good things. The moment you leave your glass open with juice, flies will come and fall on it. So you need to cover. So what we cover with in this experiment is the one I'm calling cardboard. I hope we have finished. This is P3. We don't take long. Allow me to open another slide. So after we have done this, step 3, this is what we do. Now in step 3, turn the glass upside down such that the cardboard is placed down. And now we turn. Before, the glass was in. Okay, Ishara has just joined the class. A is very late. Let me allow her to enter. So we remember the glass was upright. This time we make it upside down, as you can see. So the cardboard is down and the glass is on top. But how is it? It's upside down. We have our water in it. Now, down here, air is exerting pressure. Remember, this is the cardboard, which we are calling soft cardboard. Not too hard and not very soft like a paper. So it must be in between there. Let us write this also. Then I explain to you what will happen in the fourth step, and we make an observation for this experiment. Thank you so much, my dear learners, for the messages. I'm reading them. Don't say, we are sending teacher messages, but he's not replying. I'm receiving them and reading them. Thank you so much. Meanwhile, as you are writing, I keep checking on you. Ishara, you have joined a bit late. When we have finished to look at the first steps, but you will find that work on Google Classroom is already uploaded. You can check it after. You can check it afterwards. Kali. Have we finished? I need to take you to step number 4. Remember, first step for Ishara who has just joined, we said get a glass, fill it with water, then cover the glass with a cardboard. Number 3, we are saying turn the glass upside down such that the cardboard is placed down. Have you finished writing this and drawing the glass when it is upside down with the cardboard placed down here? Let me give some one moment for my dear learners to finish writing and drawing. So there we are. What will happen next? Here you keep holding both the glass and the cardboard. You don't need to just turn and leave it. You turn when you are holding it. After the lesson, you can try it out, please. There we are. We need to see what happens after you have turned the glass upside down. The cardboard is placed down. What next? So gently, you remove your hand from the bottom of the cardboard. Then you will see what happens. I want to take you there. That is step number 4. Step number 4. Are you ready? Can we go to number 4? Have you finished? Roshan has finished. Alicia has also finished. Kemugisha said it is raining, but now it has stopped raining. That is so good. Wondo said, during last week, I missed a class. Martha said, teacher, I am done. Stacia also has just finished, and Emanuela. Let's move on. Let's move on. I want to open. Here we are. We see, you see a glass is here with the cardboard upside down. The glass is upside down. The cardboard is placed down. So I said, gently you remove your hand from down. Now we need to make observations. Someone whose hand is up. Let me first check. Ayla, okay. Sibri.
Yes, teacher.
Can I hear from you?
Teacher.
Yes, please.
Teacher.
Yes.
I did not finish that work.
Which work?
That one that you are doing.
Step 3?
Yes.
Oh, okay, we'll take you back. How about Alicia?
Teacher, I wanted to ask, should we draw?
Yes, you draw. I've taken you back. Simply, first finish writing, you even draw. Just like Alicia has asked, you first finish, you even draw, but don't take long. And draw nicely. Don't just draw something. You draw a glass as if it's a ball. Satchel. No. Any other person with a question? I hope none. Let's keep writing. Kyla Christine Ndagire. I hope you are doing good work, my girl there. First finish writing. We shall talk later, Christine Ndagire. Yeah. Okay. Right, all right. When you finish writing, you raise your hand up. Okay. Let me hear from these two. Sibley, have you finished drawing?
Yes.
Good. How about Kemugisha in Mbarara?
Yes.
Thank you. Kari. Now we move on. Thank you. Let's get to step number 4. So in step number 4, let us first draw a diagram. Then I tell you what happens. Diagram to show. We draw the hand holding a glass. A glass is upside down. Another hand is supporting the cardboard, and gently you remove the hand. Here we see the cardboard. We see the atmospheric pressure. We see pressure is on, is under here. Okay. First write that. First draw. Then we get to the observation. We get to the observation. So here is the observation. I guess you have finished to draw. We need to write. Observation 1 is that water inside the glass does not get forward because air exerts pressure that holds water with the cardboard. So when you turn the glass upside down, placing the cardboard down, this water in here does not get forward because there is pressure. We are calling it atmospheric pressure, which is exerted down here, as you can see. This pressure is the one exerted by air, because here we are saying because air exerts pressure. So the pressure holds water with the cardboard. Is that understood? So this is the experiment we can carry out to show that air exerts pressure. Water does not get forward. Is that clear now? So write this observation, then we look at something new, something different. We are ending with this as our observation. Remember, sorry, as one of the experiments. We had 5 properties of air, and the properties of air brought us to carrying out experiments. We said among the properties, one was that air, let me first check, Alvin. Okay. We said air can be felt just by blowing. You feel the air. We say the air moves things, for example, a kite. Then in number 3, we say the air has weight. So we did an experiment. We looked at an experiment we can carry out to show that air has weight. Number 4, we say the air occupies space. We carried out an experiment on this. Then lastly, air exerts pressure. We are looking at the experiment. So this marks the end of the experiments on the properties of air. We need to look at something new. Ayla, I see your hand is up. Do you have a question? A what? You are saying you can't see work. What is the problem? Maybe the problem is with your computer. Let me first hear from a what? Can you now see? Roshan has finished.
Yes, teacher.
Yes, are you now able to see the work?
No.
You can't see work.
I can't see.
Hey. Let me hear
Teacher, I
from
can't see.
Sibley. Can you see the work? Yes?
Teacher,
I
I'm not yet
can't see.
finished.
Okay.
I'm not yet finished.
But are you seeing the work?
Yes.
Then what about a what? A what? You are saying you can't see the work and Ayla, but Sibley is seeing.
No, I can see them.
And me, teacher, I can
Okay,
see
teacher,
it.
now I
Now
can
you
see.
can. Okay, good. Thank you. Let's now continue.
Okay. Instead of writing, adjust TV.
Teacher, I'm not yet finished.
It's okay. I'm not going to change it now, but you write quickly. We have 17 minutes.
Teacher, I have finished for me.
Hey, that is very good. Thank you.
Teacher, I have finished.
Okay, thank you. Let's wait for other people. Let me hear from Alicia, then Alvin, who has joined late.
Teacher, I wanted to say that I've finished.
Okay, thank you. Alicia has finished. This Alvin has just come in class very late. Let me first look for him. Alvin, number 21. What happened?
The network was not good.
Oh, sorry. Network issues. Sorry, Bambi. You will find the video on Google Classroom, but even if the work is uploaded.
Okay.
No network is a problem. Roshan, your hand is up.
Teacher,
Yes.
I have a question about all this week we're going to learn about revision work.
No, we are not doing the revision. This is new work. Each day I come up with new work. But we are soon ending teaching the new work, and we get to examination possibly next week. Actually, we are going to inform you. Just wait for the communication about examination. I hope you have finished, right? Any other person still writing? If you are writing, put up your hand. I see you. Who is still writing? Okay. Kaida, Christine Ndagile, Alvin, Sibley, Nantale, I see your hands are up. So it means you are still writing. Let me hope you understood me. Kyle, I'm not going to change. You first finish. Then I will take you to something which is new. Thank you so much for being quick when it comes to responding. I just said if you have not finished to put up your hand, then I saw hands. This is so good. Thank you, my dear learners. I'm so proud of you to see that you manage learning online, just like we can be in a class, in a physical class. I ask a question, you put up your hand, you give the answer when everybody is hearing the same thing that is happening here on Zoom. So this is so wonderful. I feel so good to teach you. Somebody is asking, is this literacy? Hey, wait. Where was the message? The message says, is this English or literacy? That is Wondo. Wondo, this is literacy 2. According to the timetable, it says literacy 2. Okay. Literacy 2. Who else asked a question that I need to answer? Janela said, when is the assembly? I am done. Okay, thank you for finishing. Assembly. We are going to communicate to you. You are on WhatsApp group of P3. The information will come at any time. We are still organizing. Kale, let us look at something new. We need to look at importance of wind. Last time we looked at importance of air. Yes, importance of air, and we looked at the different gases that make up air. Now we are making a general what? You know, we say wind is moving air, right? So meaning air makes up wind. Now, when it is together, the different gases that make up air, the oxygen, nitrogen, we have carbon dioxide, we have rare gases. When they are together, they make up air. Now, when air is blowing, moving from one place to another, it becomes wind, because we know that wind is moving air. So as wind is moving, how is it important? Can I first hear from you? Give me like a 4 and give us one and another. Then we write them and we call it a day. Hands are up. I begin with Alicia. Then Alice Christine, I'm coming. How is wind important?
Wind is important because wind helps us to dry our clothes.
Wow, thank you so much. This is so good. Hey, wind helps to dry our clothes. When the clothes are wet or after washing in the basin, it is wind that helps the the clothes to dry, because as it blows, small water droplets keep moving away. Thank you, Alicia. Another person, Alice Christine. Janelle, I'm coming, Beyonce, and Watan. Yes, Christine.
Wind cools us down.
Oh, this is so good. When it is hot, wind cools us down. Wonderful. We are going to write it. Janela, what do you say?
Yes, teacher.
Hey, importance of wind.
Wind helps us to breathe.
To breathe?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Nakai Beyonce, give us your point.
Wind helps us in our community to take away that fear.
Hey, yeah, that in the community, wind can blow and you see dust going away. Good, good. Thank you. Another person, a what? Then Marilena, I'm coming. A what? Mumbe. Okay, unmute again.
Yes, teacher.
Yes, importance of wind.
Wind dries our clothes.
Already mentioned. Thank you. Now, Mary Lina Kemgisha.
Yeah.
Yes. The answers are all one. Kemgisha, do you have one more?
Yes.
What is that?
Wind is air.
Ah, okay, thank you. We say wind is moving air, okay? Kemgisha, say wind is moving air as you are seeing it on the screen.
Wind is moving air.
Wonderful, thank you. So now let us look at the importance of wind, which we are saying is moving air. So number one, we are going to say wind helps in making bad smell, in taking bad smell away. Then some plants are pollinated by wind. And number three, we say it helps in drying wet clothes. Somebody mentioned about this. We are going to write these importances, then we add on. Number one, wind helps in taking bad smell away. For example, if in our area we have a latrine that is smelling badly, you will hear sometimes no bad smell. At times, the bad smell comes and disappears. How does it go away? It's taken away by wind because air will blow and the bad smell is taken to another place. In number two, where we say some plants are pollinated by wind, do we understand the word pollinated? This word pollinated comes from the word pollination. So pollination, we say, is the transfer of pollen grains. Now, these are big terms we are going to understand when we go to P4 or P5. Remember, we have to give you exams to promote you to P4. I'm going to teach you pollination very well. So with the pollination, you see a flower. A flower, inside it, has some other small features. There is what we call stigma. We have the filament. We have the anther. Now, those components produce a small powder, which we call pollen grain. Now, it is the pollen grain that is transferred from the anther to the stigma, I think. Now, when it is transferred, the flower gets pollinated and we see a fruit coming out. Without pollination, we can't see anything good from a plant. So there are agents of pollination. For example, number one, we are talking about wind. As wind keeps blowing, let's say we are in a maize garden, the flower of the maize will keep shaking and the pollen will keep dropping down. One day, go in the garden and see. Move in the maize garden when it has brought the flowers up, when you can see. Right now is time for maize, I know, in the village where people cultivate. So when you shake the plant like this, the maize crop, you will see some powder falling down. That is what I call pollen grain. So as it falls down, wind takes it to the male part or the female part. Then pollination takes place. But you will understand this more when you get to P4 or P5. Here I'm talking without showing you what happens exactly. Another agent of pollination is animals. We have insects. They also help, like bees. We know very well that bees pollinate flowers. Then we can talk of water as another agent of pollination. Let us leave this point. We shall understand it more. But my answer is Some plants are pollinated by wind. The last one, which I hope you are writing, is that wind helps in drying wet clothes. We have only 5 minutes to go. Let us look at another one. Let us look at others and we end this lesson. The others we are adding on here. We are saying, look at that person. What is that person doing? Somebody to tell us. One person tell us, what is this person doing? I have Nantali. Nantali, what is this person doing? Martha is quiet. Ishara is quiet.
Yes, teacher.
What is this woman doing?
Is it drying the plants?
Okay, thank you. Stacia, you also very quiet today. Are you cold? Thank you, Nantali. This person is not drying, but she's winnowing. So wind helps in winnowing crops. What is winnowing? Winnowing, when you go and harvest, let's say this is rice or beans, you see these are hussks that needs to be removed. So all this, we are seeing all this is hussks, we can call it rubbish. So here we have the seeds. We have the seeds, and the wind, which is blowing, is the one taking away these hussks, the rubbish from our crops. Write that point, then we move on. Add on this point, wind helps in winnowing. Can be winnowing our crops. You can add on the word crops or seeds. After harvesting, just make it simple. Have we finished that? I want to give you more too, and we end it. We end the lesson. More too. Write this answer. We add on more too, and we call it a day. We end our lesson. We go and enjoy our lunch. Is lunch ready? But you people, you don't invite me for lunch. You don't invite me. For me, I can reach your home, or you can send it by safe border. Me, I'm in town here. When you give it to safe border, my lunch can come and reach me. Let's get to another one. Which importance of wind is this? Somebody to explain this. And who is that person? People are putting their hands down. Who is going to explain this? Roshan, are you able? Let me check a boy this time. Hey, no, this is I. Roshan, what is in here?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's important of electricity.
Okay. Thank you. I've heard the word electricity. You see here there is a pole, an electric pole. But now, what is this? This thing you see here. What are they? They are very many. Have you ever seen them? Because from them, we can get electricity. Here is a motor and this other component. So from here, electricity gets to the pole and we take in the house. You can see these areas I have highlighted. Now the house gets electricity. You see television here. There is a TV in the house. People are watching. Now, which importance is this? Here we say wind helps to turn the windmills. These things you see, these structures here, very many, these ones which are white and in here, these are called windmills. Windmills. Now, inside here, there is something, as you can see according to the zooming here, where I made it appear bigger. So inside there is something that it keeps turning and it produces electricity. Now electricity comes in here and here, then to the pole and is taken to the home. We get electricity. So this is another form of energy. Is that clear? Let us write that answer. I give you one more and we end the lesson. Me, I'm hungry. I need to go and eat. Wind helps to turn the windmills. Windmills produce electricity for our homes. Okay. We are about to end the lesson. My network has been on and off somehow according to Alvin. Sorry, I have no control about my network. Okay, lastly, let us write this. Which importance of wind is this? Here we see a boat, or we can call it a door. Door is a means of water transport. Door is like a boat, but I know we understand very well the word boat. People are on the boat and traveling. Now you see this thing here, which is up. This one is like a tarpaulin. It is opened and the wind keeps pushing it. So as wind blows, the forces push the boat to move. So here we shall say, wind helps boats to sail. Sailing on water. You know, sailing on water, that is like traveling on water. So wind helps boats to travel, to move, to sail. They mean the same words. On water, there we are. I welcome questions. People with the questions. Martha, I want to hear from you. You have been quiet, my girl. Say something.
Yes, teacher.
Yes. How are you today? Do you have any question?
Teacher, there has been a bomb here in Barara. Teacher,
Yes.
there has been a bomb here in Barara.
Come again.
There has been a bomb in Barara.
A bomb? Oh,
Yes,
sorry about that. Did the people die?
yes.
Oh, that is very bad. We need to pray for our country. In fact, I've been in class. I had not checked on the television to see what is happening in the country, but Kampala is fine. Work is moving on well. Thank you for giving us news that is coming from that side of Mbarara. We pray for those people that have lost their lives. My dear learners, we have finished learning. Activity is coming on Google Classroom for P3. Wait for it. You can check afterwards and submit your work. Thank you for attending. Our time is over. We need to have the closing prayer. Who is going to lead us in the closing prayer? Someone to lead us in the closing prayer, and we end this lesson. Last time, Ndagide Kaira Christine prayed for us. I want a new person. Janela Sibley prayed for us when we started the Zifu. Let Janela pray for us, and we end this lesson.
Yes, teacher.
You pray for us and we end this lesson.
remember ourselves in prayer. Oh Lord, bless us as we are living close. Bless people in Barera who have lost their lives. Bless all people in Barera in our country. Bless our country, bless our teachers. In Jesus' name I pray, amen.
Amen. Thank you so much, Janella, for praying for us. Now I request, just a minute. I want to request you to unmute and you say bye-bye, but let me have a backup here. Okay, good. Now, everyone, everybody, our time is over. You can unmute and say bye-bye.
Bye, teacher.
Bye, teacher. Bye, bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Enjoy your lunch.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye, teacher.
Thank you.
Teacher.